Hello everyone, welcome back to Higher Max. As you can see from the title of the video today, we have another Love Island review coming your way. I'm trying to become more consistent with these reviews, especially since we have so much Love Island content that is coming every single day, and I'm trying to keep up with that so that I don't fall behind with my reviews. But before we continue, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow the socials, my personal one that's linked right here, and my second page, Confessions of a Black Girl, which is also right here. Also be a get ready with me, so this look I'll be working on it as we go. Within this video, we are obviously going to be talking about so many things, but especially what is this drama about Johnny and his ex-girlfriend? And obviously Marcedes recently left the house and she's been spilling some tea about some of the scenes we did not get to see. So, Johnny has been a little bit shady, and I want to talk about that with you today. Before I forget, if you are interested in a certain part of the video, all the timestamps on the topics that I will be speaking about are in the description box, so please check it out. Cool, let's get into this video. We're going to get straight into it. I've already put my concealer on because it took a bit of time last time. So y'all, again, I have to stress this. I am not a Mackenzie girl, but really, this girl have you ever met someone who is so audacious? It is Mackenzie. The girl has a lot of audacity. The reason why I say this girl has a lot of audacity is you literally brought a new man into the house. You literally brought a new man into the villa. Now, when it didn't work out with you because, as I've said in my previous video, you're unhinged. You're busy upset about a speech. Connor made a speech. Y'all, the levels of this girl, every time I think she can't be worse than she already is, she does something new. How are you going to be upset with someone for saying a speech? You're literally saying he intended to hurt you, but you brought a whole man and you broke up with him. Connor could have said anything, literally anything, and I would have been fine. Connor has every right. If he's in the mood to be, he can be petty. That's okay, Mackenzie. You know why? Because you hurt his feelings. So he gets to be upset about that. But he didn't even throw a tantrum. That's literally the kicker, is that he didn't throw a tantrum. He just was explaining why he appreciated Moira. Sue him. Really makes me laugh that she went to Moira and she was like, I'm going to be avoiding Connor. How are you going to say that you're avoiding Connor when all you do is, apart from just talking about Connor, all you do is spend time with him complaining about the fact that he didn't choose you? How could you expect him to choose you after what you did? And it literally kills me when she said to him, I just feel like you're trying to hurt my feelings. You could have chosen me. Were we not there the other day when you said it obviously wasn't going to work? Or is it only obvious that it wasn't going to work because you decided that? But as soon as you are ready to get back together, so should Connor. I have to laugh. I literally don't know if my eyebrows are cooperating, but we move, there's much to talk about. Anyways, no, Connor is not going to choose you. 10 points to Connor for finally waking up, even though he's still in his feels. That's okay. You're falling in love on, I don't even want to say international television. You know what? You get to be a bit of a simp and in your feelings, that's fine. And I'm glad you moved on. How I feel about him moving on with Moira, I think it's a bit more positive. I think it's a better place for him to be in than obviously being with Mackenzie. That was definitely not going anywhere. And I literally died when she was leaving and she said, maybe it's, I appreciated our journey, blah, 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 blah. And maybe it's for us in the future when you get out of here. Girl, Connor, this is a PSA to Connor's family and friends. Please do not let him get it back with Mackenzie. Do not let him do it. Do not. I do not care what she has to say. It is just not gonna happen. And we do not support. We do not stand. So ma'am, it's not gonna happen. I think in terms of Mackenzie, we are also going to create a new drinking game for every single time she's cried on Love Island this season. Exactly. I think that could be fun. I think someone should make a compilation and that would be a fun drinking game. Anyways, this video I was saying I did not have much hope for Moira. And to be honest, I still don't. I think she has good prospects though. I think it's good that Connor's a good person to be interested in you because he is obviously a ride or die. And then this new dude, which one was it? Because there's Benny, Noah. Was it Noah? Okay, I guess it was Noah. I guess Noah's more into her than she is in him, which is good for Moira, I think. No, because she didn't handle that well with James. I personally, if y'all know Moira's type, please put it down below in the comments because I'm still struggling to figure out what exactly her type is. It literally stays changing, which is fine. You know, this is Love Island. Things are meant to change. I'm also concerned. To be honest, even though I've been hard on Connor in these videos, I want him to find someone. I want him to find someone good to him and good for him. So I'm scared that if Moira makes this connection with this new guy, Noah, that if there is a recoupling soon, but wait, who did the last? Yeah, exactly. So girls recoupling coming soon. So I'm afraid that might leave Connor with nobody. And I do not want Connor to leave without anybody. Connor needs to make a connection on Love Island so when he leaves, he's protected from Miss Mackenzie. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm at. And if the producers can make this happen, whatever sheet he filled in when he got into Love Island, please can you look at it again so that we can make sure his type comes in next round of girls that come into the villa. That is my only request. One more thing in terms of Mackenzie. I love that Justine was just giving her the tea today. Justine was just trying to tell a girl that what's been going on is just not working. And she just was keeping her on her toes. Even though, again, Mackenzie cried because she's always the victim. I like seeing that side of Justine. I like seeing that, you know, she keeps it. I like people who are honest without being mean. You know what I mean? And Justine has that. She's just like, girl, this is what's going on. I don't think it's right. Connor is still in this place. And I've liked seeing this relationship between Connor and Justine, their friendship. I think it's really sweet. I think it's beautiful. To be honest, I did not expect them to save Laurel. I really thought they were gonna save Mackenzie. But am I surprised that they didn't? Probably not, because I think they all just want the best for Connor, and there's just no way Connor was going to make a proper relationship with anybody whilst Mackenzie was there. Y'all, you can let me know if you think otherwise, but I really don't think that he could have found anyone whilst Mackenzie was there. He was too possessive. Even that conversation she had with Moira was a bit like, okay girl, what is this about, you know? Now onto Justine and Caleb. This is kind of a short update on them, not really much to say. Even though I somehow made my way onto Caleb's ex-girlfriend's TikTok. I mean, there's nothing shady there. It's just, you know, she misses him, which I mean, I would cry over Caleb too, sis. No judgment. I would cry too. But I loved seeing how much their relationship progressed. And the scene where they were doing the astrology night, when they think they could possibly be falling in love, I swooned. I was just like, this is the type of J-Loop content I signed up for, so here we go. I also loved the scene where Justine was missing home, you know, and she was busy talking about how homesick she was, and Caleb came to find her. And the music, first of all, busy playing Photograph by Ed Sheeran. Are you trying to get me emotional? The emotional intelligence, him understanding her. Y'all, if these two do not win, I am getting on a plane, flying to Las Vegas, and the Love Island's producers are going to hear from me. So that's all you need to know about that. To be honest, I'm not upset about anyone who left the villa. I wasn't particularly attached to any of them, so it didn't really upset me. As I said in the previous video, I still believe Jalen used Mackenzie to get into the house, and I can't judge him because that's what she gets. I have to take back what I said about Carrington. But at the time, what I said rang true. So do I regret saying what I said? No, it's the truth. I felt like he was here for Hookup Island. Something in Laurel has awakened something in Carrington. And he's busy bringing her breakfast and doing all of that jazz. So I'm guessing now his intentions are in the right place. He found someone that can help him settle down, which is positive because I didn't think that was going to happen. Even choosing Laurel and Carrington to stay. Kierstan, my love, so mature of you. And I'm surprised that Carrington didn't pull her for a chat to, you know, discuss him appreciating her being mature about this whole thing. I think she's really done a really good job at moving on. I have high hopes with these new boys in the house for her. Bennet, blah, 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 whoever they are. I think Kierstan could actually get a good connection. Mr. Calvin, I think you're going home the next recoupling. I can't lie, because again, it's going to be a girls recoupling. I just don't see how Calvin can stay if Kierstan is already so sure that her and him are just, you know, not meant to be. Now, Calvin leaving doesn't personally affect me. It doesn't make me feel any kind of way. I think he's a nice guy, but kind of the same thing. Maybe Love Island is not meant for you, or maybe someone new will come in. We don't know how they're going to twist everything. But I don't ship him and Kierstan. I don't. Even, it surprised me when they were together at the last recoupling. I really thought I saw more of a connection between Jalen and Kierstan. It's not a bad thing. And luckily Kierstan is still here because she's also one of my people that I want to find love on Love Island. Date with those guys, because I think this is the first time this season that we're seeing them actually have dates in the villa. Those were cute, those were interesting. Do I think these boys, new boys, are going to stay? I am betting one of them is going to stay. One out of the three. What do y'all think? I think one, and it might be Noah. Because, no, I'm lying. I think two. I think two of the new boys are going to stay because Kierstan has found herself a man. Moira might jump ship. I hope she does it because Connor needs to find love. Connor needs to find love, but not with Moira. Now, let's move on to the tea that y'all came for. Because when I titled this video, obviously, we wanted to talk about Johnny and Cely. We're going to talk about first what happened this episode, right? This most recent episode. Obviously, Johnny and Cely were safe because we do not want them to go home because we like Cely. And Cely's with Johnny. So Cely's with Johnny, we have to keep her safe. Is that not how we're gonna go about things? However, I'm impressed with Johnny for thinking about how the Casa Amor thing might have affected them in the voting. But our dislike for you, Johnny, does not outweigh our love for Cely. And I low-key, I want him to sweat. I want this new boy to really shake things up. From the preview, we can see there's gonna be a little tiff between Johnny and Cely. Obviously, because she says something to him along the lines of what is going on with this new dude, because their date went pretty good, and this man literally came from wherever this Johnny factory is. This is like, no one was joking. He looks like version 3.0 of Johnny. And one of my favorite things to come out of this episode was Caleb shading Johnny the whole time when he was like, oh, do you think she's gonna kiss? Do you think this? And he's like, no, why would they kiss? And then Caleb's like, I've seen people meet and kiss 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Cough, cough, Casa Amor. Do you remember that, Mr. Johnny? Because you did that. You met somebody and you kissed them 2 minutes into knowing them. So why can't Cely? I think Cely, like this new guy said, needs to keep her options open. She needs to make Johnny sweat a little bit so he can appreciate it. And also, we just don't know. Like, Johnny had the opportunity in Casa Amor to see if new connection suited him, and then he said no. She didn't get that, and I'm hoping that this new dude does that for her. And maybe he'll be the one to spill the tea on what happened in Casa Amor. You know? Because all the new people have watched the episodes. If he wants to break them up, he easily could. Because Johnny wasn't forthright about everything. And about that, let's talk about the tea on the street. Let's start with the fact that apparently and allegedly, Johnny broke up with his girlfriend of 5-ish years to be on Love Island. So this dude is busy telling Cely he wants her to meet his family, his sisters, his mom, his dad. He wants to meet her family. But you left home in a mess. The girlfriend you've been having that everybody in your family knows. Make it make sense, Johnny. Literally, I feel like every episode I'm busy telling him to make it make sense because I don't get it. There's just, because of that alone, I'm pretty sure that they're not going to work outside of the villa because of the fact that any girl who finds out that the guy that she's been with apparently dropped his girlfriend or whatever just to go on a reality TV show of after dating his girlfriend for 5 years, that's shady. Because then I have to question what will happen. What's the next thing that's gonna make you drop me? What's the next gig? What's gonna come your way? What's gonna come your way that you're going to give up on us? And if any of you have watched the British version, the original version, obviously, of Love Island, so Love Island UK, you know that there's a challenge called the Tweet Challenge, which I hope they do on this Love Island, which I believe they will do. And the Tweet Challenge happens when there's blank name, the names are blanked out, and they will take tweets from people about what's been happening on the outside based off of our opinions as viewers. What's going to happen, because if this new guy doesn't tell Cely what happened, what's going to happen once the Tweet Challenge happens, and that's how Johnny's antics from Casa Amor are exposed. Because y'all, word on the street from Miss Marcedes is there was a lot that happened that we didn't get to see. We know this with reality TV shows. Things are edited in a certain way to look, a certain way. But to know that apparently Johnny was the one who approached her first apparently he was the aggressor. Which then makes everything make so much more sense, because I was like, why is this girl just coming on so strong? But apparently, he's the one who started off like that. And then when she decided to start, getting interested in other people, he was not too happy about that. He apparently was being very shady when Carrington asked Marcedes on a date, and Carrington said to Marcedes, you know what, we're friends, Johnny and him, so he doesn't want to do anything to mess up that friendship. So what does that tell you, ladies and gentlemen? This tells us that really Johnny is not one to be trusted. He's not one to be trusted, and he's shady. He is shady in the outside world, and he is shady in the villas. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So this whole jealous play that Johnny is probably going to try to do in the next episode, I do not have time for it. I don't have time for it because he's shady boots. He is so shady. Like, y'all, let me know what you think will happen. If you think Cely will eventually find out what really happened, or do you think she'll only find out once she comes out of the house? The thing is, at least I know for the most part that Johnny will not recouple with anybody new, just because America will hate him for sure. And we know how important these votes are. Should we take a bet on this new Benny or Bennet dude? At the risk of our girl Cely going home, what do you think we should do? I'm a bit on the fence about this all. These are my predictions for now. I think that Kierstan is going to leave Calvin. For Connor, that Mackenzie's out of the house, but I don't know if this means that he's going to be safe, if that makes sense. And in the sense that at least if Mackenzie was there, we know he wouldn't be going home for another week, but he probably might go home this week. I think that Cely will eventually find out the news. I think it's important for her when she's making these decisions, especially because she's with someone I'm currently feeling is not as genuine. Marcedes kept on saying she does not think that Johnny is there for the right reasons. Good news for Team Jaleb though. Apparently on day 2, Caleb said he's only here for Justine when he was in Casa Amor. So he has had his focus on Miss Justine, which is good news for us to know that it's not shady in any way. Laurel and Carrington, don't really care about them, but I think that they might go far. I think Carrington has done enough. I think Moira I'm glad she stopped moping around the house. That's positive news for all of us, because at least she's become a bit more interesting and people are interested in her, so maybe that will make her feel a bit better about herself and potential connections that she made. There's a lot more coming to us this season. So y'all, let me know your thoughts below. I'm glad that I was able to make another Love Island episode. I'm trying to make as many as possible, keeping up with the episodes as they come, because it's super interesting. And if too many episodes go by, I'll end up forgetting some of my opinions on them. And I love a good get ready with me. I'm starting to get into the hang of them, so I want to do them more often. I'm just going to, obviously as before, put on my bronzer, contour, finish off my face, and then I will be giving you guys my closing thoughts. So this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed my get ready with me. If you have any other questions, please let me know down below. I love sharing whatever stuff that I use. So right now, really what I'm waiting for in tonight's episode is what is going to happen between Johnny and Cely and their bond. So y'all, let's stay tuned for that. If you are someone who watches Real Housewives of Beverly Hills or any type of show like that, be ready, because I have a review coming out in the next few days, so I'll be excited to share that with you as well. Alrighty, have a good one and I'll see you soon. Bye.